we started the online business, me and my partner, and then eventually we saw with the thrift and stuff, it was doing well online. And then I think when we started saying, okay, we need to take this thing serious, when we had our first $10,000 worth of sale from the thrifting business, we're like, bro, we just made $10,000. This thing could, we had $10,000 in the account somewhere. We're like, all right, bro, we need to start thinking about, okay, well, let's see how can we level this, take this into the next level. And then it was growing, and then we was getting like a lot of requests, and then we used to put stuff out every Sunday. That's what our release was. Every Sunday we release new items out, and then we'll put them on Sundays. By Monday, everything sold out. So like, okay, we need to figure out a way to explode this thing. So we started doing a lot of research, and eventually we got to finding a lot of resources into buying brand new pieces. And then we started selling brand new pieces with vintage pieces. Eventually, that also just ballooned up, and then to the point where, like, okay, bro, we need to start. We need to think about opening a store. So we eventually got together. That was probably like I was about a senior in college by the time when me and my partner wanted to, like, okay, open the store. And then I had maybe like one or two when I had another semester left. And then I'm like, bro, let's just give me the last semester, and then we'll start doing it by
so this process, right, from when you started going to the thrift stores to when you guys are now having this conversation, what was that? How long was that in between?
From switching from thrift store
from when you started buying from the thrift store, selling in person, to then going online, to now getting that 10K in sales, to where you now having a conversation with your partner saying, we need to see what we need to do, right? How long was that from that beginning to that point?
Bro, I think all that thing happened within maybe less than a year. It happened with less than a year, bro.
So that's pretty quick.
It was quick. It was happening so fast for us, man. And it was like, that's why we were like, bro, we gotta seize the opportunity. I think it took maybe probably up to a year. But I think at max a year it took us, man. Literally like a year. And they were like, bro, we need to double down. We used to be on the phone sometime, man, for like 3-4 hours, me and him chopping it up, and talking about the whole vision of what we wanted to do. So eventually, we opened the store, did very well, store online, in person, doing very well. We had the store operating for about 2.5 years. By the third year of our operation in our physical store, we were spending so much money in a lot of the factory. I mean, that we was purchasing clothes from. Imagine, for example, you have a store. Let's say you're purchasing, just give an example, like $30,000 worth of goods a month, and then you calculate that cost, and then sometimes it's not you're at the mercy of the manufacturers, and then you want to produce your own stuff, and you calculate yourself like, man, if I could, I'm putting $30,000 out. If I could have that $30,000, hire my own people to create my own clothes, then I mean, I could pay. I don't think my overhead would be less than $30,000. So eventually, that was an idea that came up to us. And then being I was in the finance background. There was a lot of knowledge I knew in regards to business operations. So I did a lot of the operations. So we did a lot of forecasting, and then eventually we opened a small factory where we started wholesaling on clothing. Also, we were selling. We had a physical store, and then we had a small, I guess you call it a sweatshop. I had about maybe 9 employees that we hired in there, and then we just create clothes and wholesaling and stuff like that. And then we were on the two operations at the same time. It was going well to begin with. The income was generating, but what was killing us was the fabric was buying and shipping it to us way in Florida. And then we didn't calculate too much how the shipping would be, like, I guess the shipping costs. So imagine you buying a roll of fabric. I'm just giving an example of $300. It might cost you $350 just to ship it. Where you like that 350 is going to kill your business eventually. It's going to.
Wow. Yes.
When you're dealing with wholesale, I mean, your profit margin is slim. You basically relying upon volume to make your big money. So eventually that took a toll. When you start doing those two businesses at the same time, then online wasn't. Then the store started hurting a little bit because we was trying to focus. It's only me and him as a partner. Doing all that stuff eventually. So things working out where we had to close the business down, and